as we sit here getting prepared for my man Wise to arrive, he's been a guy that he's maintained his focus. It's when you're on this journey, you have certain visions. You have certain visions for yourself in entrepreneurship, or just making it in life, period, or making it out the hood, or becoming somebody, or being something. Usually when you're doing this and you kind of partaking in the technological advances that are going on in the world and social media, et cetera, you kind of see when other people have that same drive as you. It's not difficult to notice. Maybe I'm putting it in the wrong words, but when you see somebody else who kind of has that same drive or that same grind as you, you're almost naturally attracted, especially if that person also, is a good person, period, and they're humble, or they're willing to share, or, they just don't know you like that, but they still want to, they still talk to you and everything is cool. Like you just automatically, you feel the energy. To sum it up, you feel the energy from people, and you connect with everybody on different levels. But when you want to grind and when you have this specific drive, you connect with people in a certain way. And this guy right here, he's been one of those people. He's definitely has. And we haven't maintained as much contact as we like, but we definitely worked on a few projects together. We did a couple things, photography. I believe we never got on any music together, but he was definitely around for the Hand Talk Studios era of music here in Baltimore City. And, we connected. We got along very well, and we definitely shared lots of ideas before, and always kept each other motivated. It was one of those people that we would just hit up on the random on a good morning tip, like, hey, good morning, my dude. Hey, man, stay focused. Make sure you crush this week, et cetera, and we would just keep each other pumped like that. So he's always been a person that ever since I started the podcast, I wanted to get in tune with them. I wanted to sit down with them and kind of break it down and just have a dope conversation, period. He's always been up for it, and finally, after lots of commotion and a few episodes, we're ready to sit down. Oh man, his name is Carlos. Everybody knows him by Wise, and he is the owner of Chamakito con Percha. It's been a hat. It's a hat line it's a hat clothing line that's been sold internationally through his website and through the Hispanic Dominican culture, sort of. I believe so. I'm gonna let him break it down a whole lot better than I am right now. But it's been something that's been going on for a while, and it's catching fire, and it's growing. It's a growing brand, and I'm loving it. I actually own a few pieces. I tried to help in selling a few pieces. I was a little unsuccessful though. We're gonna be raw and uncut and real, and it's been dope just watching his journey, knowing him from not having this brand to now having the brand, and doing his different things, and watching him on Snapchat, and we like I said, we maintain some sort of contact. And just watching the growth and the journey. Now, I want to hear the journey. I want to really sit down with him after. So we haven't really spoken in depth like that in a while. So now we're going to get the opportunity to do that. And hopefully we break it down for you guys and kind of show you the behind the scenes of a growing brand, and, another person who's out here trying to make it and spreading good vibes always. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This is going to be... Actually, no, wait. This is not live from the kitchen anymore. Yeah, so if you guys heard any of the previous episodes, they were live from my kitchen in an apartment that I had, and we're not there anymore. We actually have a very official looking room now, and we're moving forward. So I'm not sure what we're going to name these segments yet, but we'll most likely be in the titles. I'm not going to break my head right now. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. We freestyle everything, bro. So what I wanted to always do was have organic conversations and then just record them. So it's all good. We never know when it's actually starting and when it's not. So I just go from there.
I'm so used to the Pro Tools little.
You gotta hear the metronome.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, we waiting for that. All right, but we've been on for like a while.
Yeah,
probably said some shit. Shouldn't.
No. So like I said, it's more of organic. It all depends on when everything flows through. That's why I really appreciate that that little experience that I got while being in Hand Talk Studios, was because I was there with the engineers, and I got to see how they worked, and I got to see what they were about, and got a chance to learn a couple things. That's why I was like, oh shit, I can fuck with audio. I just had my friend Katie over here the other day. She kind of tuned these. I have no idea what none of these buttons do, except that this one turns the mic up and this one also.
Bro, don't touch that shit. Bro, don't touch that shit. You touch any of that and we're fucked. we're gonna spend the next fucking hour and a half
trying to figure it
watching YouTube to channel this shit back to how it was.
YouTube University,
Hell
right,
yeah.
man?
Man, I mean, it's just talking in general about the experience that we had back in fucking what, 4 or 5 years.
It was a few years ago, right.
The thing that I got out of the whole experience in the overall is just, man, that was probably the first time I got to see people working so hard for free, pretty much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Wow, that's true.
I remember just for passion,
right?
And people who are listening to this, I'm sorry, I have a gum in my mouth.
There you go. Just put it anywhere, bro. Yeah,
I remember this guy. What was his name? Landlord or something like that?
Yeah, Landlord. Yeah.
See, I even remember his name. Landlord was a fucking beast.
Shout out to Landlord.
Shout out to Landlord.
Yeah.
See, we still remember you, bro. Ooh, it's all love over here. Yeah. Landlord, dude, that motherfucker used to walk in the studio, lay like 5 tracks per day or some shit like that.
It was crazy.
And fucking mix and master the shit in what?
In a short amount of time.
Listen, if for those of you who are not rappers or never stepped into a booth before, one fucking track can take who knows, a week.
Yeah, it could take a very
if you
long
really
time.
want, if you're really perfectionist,
right.
You know, it could take a long. This motherfucker will do 5, and they will be fire,
and it will be good.
And dude, everybody was like into the guy because his work ethic was just ridiculous.
I think he went in there once and did 12 in a few hours.
Fucking kidding me? That's a mixtape in a day.
Indeed. He was very good at like memorizing what he had already written in a few practices, and then once he memorizes, boom. Once it's recorded, like the hardest part was just like record. No, the hardest part is editing, not recording.
Right. That's what I think is the hardest part. But as an ex-rapper, I mean, you before you walk, the booth is a place that could easily intimidate you.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah,
but he has that vibe,
yeah,
you know?
You're in this enclosed space.
Motherfuckers are listening to you on the other side. You know what I mean?
And they're quiet.
They're quiet.
They listen.
They're probably thinking that you whack as fuck.
Right.
So
are they feeling it? Are they not feeling it?
They're not, you know what I mean? So all these fucking thoughts in your head. But the beautiful thing about the whole thing is that we got a place where we had a chance to at least express what we were feeling at the time.
Right.
And man, I mean, I appreciate the opportunity. Shout out to Hand Talk Studios.
Yeah, definitely.
For the chance that we got. Personally, I thought, I still think that it should have been way bigger than what it was. But man, life it is what it is. And things happen for a reason. I definitely believe that.
I agree.
And but yeah, man, that just being there at such a young age, because I think I was the youngest one there. I remember that definitely, just seeing everyone on board on a fucking project. No one is getting paid.
Right.
Everyone is just fucking hammering in just because we want to. What the fuck did we want? We wanted to just do dope shit.
I mean, we did want to do dope shit. We had like the vision of, hey man, either you blow up or I blow up or somebody blows up or we're all part of the same team.
But someone's gonna make it.
Yeah, someone's
gonna
make it.
That's what we had in mind. I remember that. And it was all good. It was all good. I remember walking in and then you're walking out. We did one song together and then some other people jumped in. I remember that. And
we had a lot of that happening.
Yeah. And just the process was fun.
Yeah.
Just laying out tracks, drinking in booth. You know, it was fun. It was fun as hell.
We had the hookah lit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Always. Dominicans around. Yeah. We took that shit from Arabic. We took that from I'm sorry.
Hey, I got 2 I got 2 right here.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
But nah, that was a dope experience though. I learned a lot from there, you know, and even taking that hustle of cutting hair and then going other places with it, you know what I mean? Because it just spread to so many different places. But shout out to Hand Talk Studios. I'm not you know, the studio was shipped over to DR and I'm not sure what happened after that. One of my goals would be to have them sit down one day and let everything out on the table and then see what's up, because over there.
What do you mean by laying everything out?
You know what I mean? Just kind of break down a lot of what happened there, because he's also a good talker. So it'll be great to have him on here and express himself.
And it'll be cool to just figure it out what the fuck happened with everything.
Right.
Not that we're really into knowing that, but just for.
Out of curiosity,
out of curiosity, and just because we were part of it.
It was a staple. Yeah, not only that, but it was a staple here, at least in the local community, in Baltimore, at least in the Dominican. It was a staple.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. And I still remember that concert in Club One.
Club One.
Was that it, right?
We did a Club One, right?
Yeah, and then, we got some rappers from the Dominican Republic coming through, and shit was crazy. The party was... Dude, we were like fucking Future. It's crazy. Like
it was like 50 deep.
I remember. I think I opened up the concert.
You did.
Yeah.
Yes.
First time I ever freaking did that in front of people, and I couldn't believe it. Shit.
That was your first time performing.
First time performing. Yeah.
I still have those images, by the way.
Bro, you have all that. Shit,
I still got everything.
And then we all had the little click t-shirts going on, and it was cool. It was cool times.
It was a good experience.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely a good experience. I personally learned a lot. Learn a lot about other people's mistakes. Definitely.
Yeah.
About in a group, when you collaborate, and what needs to be said and what doesn't need to be said. Definitely never that. And
being in in a room full of artists and just going through that entire experience.
I mean, the amount of competition there was fucking bigger than Rio de Janeiro right now in the fucking Olympics.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The pressure was on.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that if it was to be redone now, a lot of things would be different. It would probably be ran in a completely different way.
Oh yeah. I mean, so many things changed right now. I mean, we didn't have as much social media as we have now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if it was like it was today, we would probably have the same problems, because you know what's fucking crazy though, and what really got me mad about the whole thing is that we had all the equipment, man.
Yeah,
we had all the tools.
Yeah.
What wasn't clicking was the personalities, the vibes, and some people.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? And just,
it was testosterone, bro.
Oh yeah, a lot of testosterone, and
that was it.
And a lot of people running their mouth in the wrong way, and a lot of I guess people trying to win points with other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just people saying shit that wasn't true, and but aside from that, what gets me mad is that I seen personally, and I experienced back in the DR, people with way less equipment, with way less support,
making magic happen.
Dude, making magic happen, and motherfuckers are rich now. You know,
some focus and dedication.
Even though probably their end goal wasn't that. I probably was, because at the end of the day they're trying to get out of the hood. But
right,
dude, these kids, man, they'll make magic out of a little little inbox.
Yeah, they would.
And a decent microphone.
$100 inbox with a $50 microphone.
With a $50 microphone. They will fucking kill. They will rule Fruity Loops and rule Pro Tools and whatever comes after.
Right.
Because they are hungry for it, and they don't have anything else to do because they have no jobs.
Yeah. They
learn that shit off YouTube and master it.
That's pure dedication.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Many of my friends are just killing it down there, and just they have a pretty thing going on. In recent years, it's like everything, when you start capitalizing on something, it becomes more of a business than a passion. And that's when you lose a little bit of the passion, that's when it starts to, you got to focus on the business side. And that's why it's difficult for artists. Like, that's why artists always kind of need a manager to be there, because if you're going to focus completely on the artistry and the creative side, and then you still got to dedicate time to the business, which is a monster within itself, then, you kind of start slipping on one of the sides. Indeed. Completely agree with that, man. And, but I'm proud of everyone down there. It's fucking crazy how...
I haven't been in tune with the Spanish, because I was in the barbershop, so that's the only way.
I know.
I caught the whole tunes, but now I'm not there. I don't know what's going on, but
I gotta put you on some people, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's gonna hurt me to say this right now, but right now, we are pretty much the pioneers of Spanish rap. Because of this kid, this kid named Messia.
Yeah.
The kid just blew it out of the water with Spanish track, and then he brought with him two of his friends.
Okay.
One is called Lito Quirino, and then the other one is Tali. I love that nigga. Tali's crazy. And they were killing it. They're
from New York,
2
right?
years. Yeah, from New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Washington Heights and Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn.
So they were just killing it, man. Just song after song. They got record deals. So, you know, they're here. You know, they're Americans. They got record deals, and then the Puerto Ricans. Everyone who knows about the topic, they know that when it comes to Latin urban music, Puerto Rico is top shelf.
Okay. Because
they already have, you know, American papers and, you know, all that. And the entire, just a completely music industry is developed the American way there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You have record labels there. You have distribution companies there already stable. You know what I mean? They're established there and they've been there for years. They're pretty much about 20 years, I heard from us, in the business side of it.
Okay.
When it comes to talent and music, then that's when things get crazy. So they saw that, you know, they saw that opportunity there, and now they have this Puerto Rican kids, new blood.
Yeah.
Fuck, they're fucking good, dude.
They're doing the thing,
and now they're implementing the business side.
Okay.
To it, they're just swimming in money, and they haven't been in the game for like about, dude. This one kid made a hit of a song. I forgot. His name is Brian Myers. That's his name, Brian Myers. He's made this one hit. His first song he ever recorded, a fucking hit, ever recorded.
Wow.
He stepped in the booth. He spit a song. One of his friends got on the song. They made a featuring. A fucking hit. He's fucking touring everywhere right now.
When that was the business side of it that catapulted him.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. So they're killing it right now. They're pretty much taking what we broke the door to get into. So they're doing their thing, you know, and nobody can hate on that.
So it's looking good for the culture.
Oh my
then.
God, yes,
it's looking
good. It's crazy. I mean, it's the first time you ever seen a trap song with explicit lyrics on the Latin Billboard.
Okay,
first time ever that you seen an explicit lyric song on the Latin Billboard. It's crazy, and you know, so the movement is like, you know, open up to more waters, because if you have any Latino friends, they might tell you that, you know, we have a little bit of more. It's more a little bit more closed, more traditional culture.
Okay.
In some things, but you know, people are definitely opening it up.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because I remember hearing a little bit of Messia when I was still in the shop, but he was just like kind of like getting that sauce coming up and getting more popular. And I don't remember any specific names of who we was listening to back then, but you know, I was part of it then because I was already in there. I had to listen to it no matter what, you know. But just kind of watching that culture grow, and I remember saying, "Man, somebody's gonna come out and they're gonna be the new evolved version," because the culture was evolving. It was still like in the premature stages, and then now it's like transforming and becoming something bigger. So
what's really becoming really like even crazier than that is just that now we are. When I say what I mean by we are, I'm talking about Dominicans. Yeah, we are pretty much just dipping our toes in different fields of music. So now, TYS, which is who is a member of this group that's called El Batallón. He's my boy. Shout out to TYS. He actually, to my knowledge, the most successful hip hop group in the Dominican. Just imagine, what?
I don't know where you want to put them. A Rockefeller, the Locks. I mean,
like, my boys are like the Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang,
the Wu-Tang of the Dominican Republic. They were just fucking. They were so good that they created slangs for us.
Okay. Like
songs of them were made of, you know, they were made slangs. Te puedo cuidar. That's a song of them that became a word. Like it's a saying now.
Okay. What is it again?
Te puedo cuidar, like get the fuck out of here, you know?
Okay.
Cuídese. You know? Yeah. So that's a song of them. and they're just like, they've been in the game for like 7 years, and they just killing it and stuff. So my man TYS, he's born in Brooklyn, I think, actually.
Okay.
And then his family went back to the Dominican Republic. He lives there now, and then he started making music there. He now got a deal with, probably shouldn't be saying this, but he got a deal with this artist. Her name is Becky G.
Okay.
She's a huge American artist. So Becky G is she's from Mexican descendants, but she's American pretty much.
Okay.
I know Jennifer Lopez was like her godmother in music or something like that.
Okay.
Like her protege or something, right?
I'm not familiar with Becky G.
Bro, she's like a Selena Gomez.
Okay, gotcha.
She's like that, right? But yeah, definitely she's very, very famous. They're talking about 6 million followers on Instagram or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, she's up there, and my boy recently got a deal with her, and now he's composing for her.
There you go.
So you know what I mean? So now we are experimenting. We're getting out there. Companies are believing in our rappers and our artists.
Yeah.
But he deserves it, man. I mean, I think in recent surveys, he came out to be the most lyricist rapper in the Dominican Republic. The dude is a beast, even in English.
Wow.
He's crazy.
Okay.
So
I gotta
put you on TYS.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
We gotta get some sort of playlist going, to share with the people.
Yeah, my boy's dope.
That's really what's up, man. It's looking good for the culture out here, man. I didn't know. I was like, what I was wondering the other day, actually, why there's no Spanish podcasts and there's none on iTunes. I'm talking about search iTunes and you will find zero.
Bro, I was trying to start some shit even way before you talk to me about your idea to start this going on.
Yeah.
I got together 5 guys that I know in the DR, and they're like really good friends of mine. We've been friends for years, and we got it all together. I had an idea going on. We just never got the name down. But like I told you many times, motherfuckers will always say, "Yeah, let's do it," but it never happens.
Right.
That's what I fucking love about you, man. You say some shit and you get it done.
Do it, man. It might take a little bit, but it's gonna happen.
But I mean, you always get it done. You're just not running your mouth. So, dude, I got everyone together. I'm like, hey, I support it with whatever you guys need. If you guys need microphones or a console or whatever it is, I send it to you down there. And as far as the promotion, I do it in my social network, right? Yeah. So, but shit never happened because that I always saw that venue, there that no one has touched yet, right? Yeah, and man.
I forgot who I was talking to, and I was breaking them down. Like, guys, there's zero Spanish. I'm talking about.
Don't know, dude.
In any other language, period. It's just English on iTunes.
I am telling you, I don't think there's even a.
No, they got radio shows, right? So this is not too much different from anybody running any radio show, interviewing anybody else. But this is a specific sound file on websites. That's it.
It's different.
It is.
Because I can fucking curse here, motherfuckers. It's different. And I can fucking talk about any product. You know what I mean? You have that freedom. It's totally is different. All right. So I was, let me see, when was this? Okay, I think this was maybe 8 months or 9 months ago.
Yeah.
I was interviewed at El Sol, right?
Okay.
Very, very, very famous Spanish station.
I think I remember seeing those pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was in El Sol. I probably got interviewed there 3 times.
Okay.
And in different times, like, one time was in the morning, one was in the afternoon, and one time was in the evening, different days.
Okay.
With my boy, Diamond Boy. Shout out to Diamond Boy for getting me out there. Met a lot of crazy, nice people and interesting people in those interviews. And, dude, I really had to watch what I said.
You had to, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, it's not like they tell you, but just seeing them, the way they behave and the way their demeanor, when they're talking, you even have to watch what you say.
You have the specific energy.
Yeah, they speak a little bit more proper when you especially speaking in Spanish when Dominicans have no fucking rules.
We got no formats.
Oh my God.
It just go off, man.
We killed that dictionary, man. R.I.P. to the dictionary. So I had to really I had to speak in a neutral accent.
Yeah, gotcha.
So so it can be more widespread to other dialects and shit.
See, a lot of that also goes toward like radio, like standards and rules.
Oh yeah, they're
and
run by CBS, so
Yeah,
it definitely have to be that way, or there will be sued and stuff. So
right.
I feel like I'm talking to you outside in the corner in Amsterdam
exactly.
right now. You know what I mean? So
That's the feel I really wanted. Also, that's the feel I wanted to go for. So
companies are eventually gonna find out that more people like you and I like to listen to people like you and I, and they're gonna fucking support. But you motherfuckers are the one who has to fucking just let yourself hear. Just tell motherfuckers, hey, why don't you? If you know someone who's interested out there, who's interesting, an interesting person who's smart, who's like always moving and doing shit, then let them know, dude, I like this about you. One thing that I like about this guy is that he always told me what he thought. Like, he will be like, dude, I like what you're doing. But that's some shit that not many people have.
Yeah.
Just giving credit, it's key to yourself. That's crazy, right?
It'll tell you a lot about a person's character, how much they show you, how much they tell you they care, or whatever the case may be.
I may not be the most expressive person towards somebody else, but definitely, if I'm behind your back and we're talking about you, I'm gonna be your fucking groupie. You motherfuckers will listen to me, and they're gonna be like, "Is Switch giving you some dick or something, dude? Like, what the fuck is going on?" Like, but it's just how I am, I guess. But I still call you out if something I see that something is not clicking or something is wrong. I still help you out in that way.
Right.
Like, I know you do to with me too, and you've been very supportive.
Vice versa.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's the only way, people. This is the only way we're gonna make it anywhere. Period.
Anywhere.
Period.
Especially when we're in this city where the aura is, you climb up, I bring you back down, and it's.
Let me tell you something right now, and I have actually, I think we have something crazy about me, man. Like, I think I have the worst memory in the history of the universe. But sometimes it's like this little conversations that I will have, or these little moments. That are kind of interesting and that resonate in my memory that I will forever remember.
Yes.
And then those people will be like, yo, how the fuck you remember that? I'm like, I don't know how, because I can't even remember fucking what I ate this morning, But I remember we talked about one time when you first heard about the brand and the Percha hats and all that, which, by the way, we completely went to a different place with the interview, but I love it. I mean, man, we just running with it.
That's exactly what we want.
We're just running with it. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, indeed.
So we were having a conversation, blah blah blah, and I told you, man, that the one thing that I was more surprised of, that I can still explain. I can't explain it at all. If you ask me, I can tell you what was the trick. I don't know what happened.
Gotcha.
Was the simple fact that Baltimore supported me. That was the
Baltimore supported you, bro.
Dude, that blew my mind. Like I was like, Dominican Republic's done deal,
Right.
Went out there, did a whole month of promotions, Met the top artists there, the top influencers of the youth there, Make sure that's just logistics, that's just marketing, that's just being smart about,
networking.
Statistics, you know what I mean? That's all. That was done. Now, here's the problem. Here was the problem. And shit just happened. I still don't understand how it happened.
That's what's up, man. You caught the wave, babe.
I mean, I didn't tell anyone, who was making this or blah, blah, blah. And you came up to me, you told me like, dude, I heard you doing this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This shit is dope, I was like, fuck. And then more people came at me, and I was like, damn, man, people are really supporting this and not hating? What? Because, like, you know how it is, man. Like,
I know how it is.
Like, how could we explain for people who probably won't hear us, who live in Baltimore, or people who live in maybe another country, how could we explain that energy,
the aura,
dude? It's like,
it's different. It's like, you gotta smell it to be here, to understand the full power that it actually has. And
it's like we're all in this fucking pit in this hole.
Yeah.
And when someone is trying to climb up, then there's someone who saw that little rock that you stepped your feet into, and they want to come up, right? They want to come up so hard and so faster than you because the one thing here I think is they want to be the first. I think that's what it is.
I had a conversation with my man about that.
Everyone wants to be the first. Fuck what you heard.
Everybody.
I want to be the best.
Right.
I don't care about being first, second, whatever.
I mean, that's anywhere, right? You're going to talk about New York or a place like that where California, where the hustle is like at another level that it's not here. Maybe it might be more supportive, but
California is way more supportive.
Way more supportive of each other.
God. Dude, I was in California for a week.
Yeah.
And in a week, I'm still getting packages from this one designer I met. Shout out to Nico Machiavelli. My nigga, you're cool as shit. Motherfucker is a tailor.
Okay.
And first urban tailor that I met in my life.
Okay.
This motherfucker would make shit with his hands, like clothing, like talking to you Kanye status.
Wow.
Shit. And met me, we just vibe, man. Like, I don't know, my greatest gift in life is not even coming up with shit. It's just like I vibe with people for some reason. Like, people just feel automatically comfortable. I don't know why. But I sat down with the guy. I was actually I was doing an interview for 360 magazine.
Okay.
Pay for flight. I was chilling with my man Dave there, Stefan, who is like one of my best friends, and he's an artist himself. Dope ass artist, just completely talented guy all around. I was staying with him, visited his family. Took care of those 2 interviews.
Okay.
There was one for 360 magazine. They didn't put us on the cover, but we had like a little mention on the cover, and then there was like a page in between where I was and shit. I was like, oh snap, oh motherfucker,
some
shit.
Good press, baby, right. Yeah.
And so it was there, and then there was this other magazine called Kaboom magazine. It was more of a online.
Okay, digital
issues, right? They have like online issues and stuff, and they're very into edgy culture,
okay,
and fashion, like edgy fashion culture. Because my hats, I divided them, which I never said this before, but they're in my mind they're divided into 2 lines. So the Percha hats, the one that are in snapbacks, that are Percha hats,
okay,
are the edgy kind. That's when you will see all my crazy designs. That's where you will see a freaking line and colors and shit. That's where I let it all out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then you have the plug ones, the regular snapback plug ones. Those will be basics. This will be 1 or 2 colors. That's it, done. And now we got the new fire that's killing the streets. Crazy is just being a blessing, man. This is ridiculous. Which is the dad hats
this
or
right
strapbacks, right? Ooh, the one that you had on. Ooh, representing all day, every day. Yo, my man is completely representing. He has a Brooklyn t-shirt on going on right now. Yeah. Representing hometown, and then he has his man hats on. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we in here, bro.
I went up there, got those 2 interviews done, man, and just everyone there is so fucking warm. Like, to me, man, it's so. To be honest with you, man, if I have to choose into living somewhere, I love you, Baltimore, but I'll definitely live in California, man. It's to me,
that's night and day, huh?
To me, it's almost tangible to just hang around the people that you never dream of. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's almost tangible, like. And all right, so back to the guy. Nico Machiavelli, he makes crazy clothing, and he was crazy about the designs on my hats, and I was crazy on his stuff, dude, because this guy is actually making the shit with his hands. Like, that's a crazy talent to have, and he'll get the measures from you. And after like the first 45 minutes we were talking about just general shit, he was like, "Oh, give me a second, give me a stick, stay right here." The dude went to his car, got a little measuring tape. Yeah. Got my measures, and when I come back to Baltimore, the first thing I get is a fucking care package from him.
Wow.
Fucking t-shirts and shit, like made like to my size.
Wow.
So I actually got one of them and wore it for like New Year's. One of them recently came out in the mail for no reason. The dude he's fucking cool as hell, man.
That's dope.
And I met people like that. I met one of the top tattoo artists is there.
Really?
Cool as fuck too, man. Like,
wow.
And it was just, man, out of me walking into places, just to do regular stuff. Like, I went there to get a tattoo, and when you get in a tattoo, you're talking to the guy.
Right.
And then my friend Dave was there, and he told me what I do, and showed him a few pictures about my our movement. And the guy fell in love. The guy came here then for a tour himself because he's so famous. He just tours here.
Okay.
And
probably came through the convention also.
Probably. I'm not sure about that, but he I think he was in Philadelphia, and he hit me up and like, dude, come up, blah blah blah, like come up, want to see you, want to hang out with you, if you want to get a piece done, whatever, let me do it for you right now. And dude, I just meet so much people like that. It's unbelievable, man. I didn't know. To be honest with you,
how did this ball start rolling for you?
That's it. That's what I was going to tell you.
What I mean? 'Cause
there is a peak point. Like there's like
there has to be something that got the momentum started. Like, well, the momentum, you started it yourself, right, just by putting the energy and the dedication into it. But then that ball started rolling, and it's like slowly but surely it's getting bigger. That snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Just imagine, you just got to imagine a mountain, and you carrying like a big ass rounded rock. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You carrying it up. Once you get to the little tipping point, yeah, it just all flows so nicely and smooth. And I'm not even 10% what I want to be.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't care if motherfuckers hate on it. I don't care if motherfuckers talk shit about my product, which I don't think is nothing to talk shit about. But
we got to break down the product.
You know what? I don't care because motherfuckers seen it. Yeah. They've seen it. So I don't give a shit. You're talking about it because you've seen it. Right.
That's free press.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
you don't remember that point?
No, what I really think happened, I think rap came into my life because I was very introvert. Okay. I still, not anymore, but I had problems in expressing myself. Okay. A lot of problems. So I'm just letting shit out, Oh, good. Yeah. So
cut and dry.
Rap was that window for me when I could just fucking tell what I had to say and not being judged. Yeah. I don't know, but right. So
just that freedom of expression.
Right. Yeah. I guess. The outlet. I guess. Right. And I guess not being pointed out or being corrected, I guess, because whatever I say is art, Yeah, it's your art. I said, fuck, and it's going to be art, Right. So good. It's good. It's all good. So I think after just talking about so many people and being around people with businesses and people who have kind of sort of the same vision as I have or one of the same things as I want and know what it is to manage their own business. Right. I think just by having different conversations, like hundreds of conversations, I became more, I want to say more climate to talk to people and like. It just
became easier and easier.
Yeah, I became a little bit more, that's actually called emotionally smart. Okay. As far as that and, and like, it's, and then every time I talk to someone, it's just like, shit's popping. Thank God. Right. So
for the people listening though, I want you to kind of break down what your brand is and what you do. We just mentioned it a few times here. We did mention hats, but we kind of want to break it down to them and kind of just give them a summary.
Man, ask me the question. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, for me, it's been dope just watching the progression. Just been watching the growth. I'm not in it. I'm watching it from the outside looking in, and I'm just watching it and it's just growing and it's growing and it's here, then it's there, and then it's everywhere, and then I'm like, wow, that is amazing. I just loving the product. What I really want to know is the journey.
Journey.
What went on behind, you know what I mean?
Behind the scenes,
all those hours you had to put in. That's what I want to like tell the people, because you know what I mean. Somebody from the outside looking in is gonna show like, yo, he
shit just happened.
Shit just happened. Yeah. Shit, boom, and then out of nowhere
he clicked it. He clicked it. Done.
Something clicked. Night and day. Here you go.
No. So people have probably seeing the product for about a year and a few months. I've been working on this for 2 years.
Okay.
For 2 years and some months. All right, so I think everything started. Okay, for you to start something like this, you have to have a passion.
Yeah.
But whatever it is that you're starting, you gotta have a passion, because otherwise, the amount of hours that you have to put in, they're gonna feel like you're putting in the amount of hours you're putting in.
Yeah.
When you have a passion, you fucking go to sleep at 4 a.m. and then you gotta wake up at 8:30 to go to your day job. You know, and you're not feeling it. I mean, you're feeling like your day job, but when you're up at 4 a.m.,
you're feeling the fatigue.
You're not feeling it, right?
You got the fire in your heart.
Because you're so
keep you going.
You're so into what you're doing, man, that you just don't give it. You know, and the key is just that. The key is just, and it's gonna sound like a cliche, but the key is just finding what it is that you're good on, about, and stick with it.
Right.
One thing that I always said or put on my Instagram is stay on your lane.
Stay in your lane.
And it is what it is, man. Stay on your lane.
Gary Vee says you have to work on your strengths and not on your weaknesses.
Right. Exactly.
So
I mean,
that's exactly what that
definitely
is.
work on resolving whatever is wrong with you.
Yeah.
But focus, put your energy, most of your energy on your strength. And I've always been a fan of snapback hats. Always. Yeah. I remember me being broke as hell and just having 45 hats. Broke as hell, right? And so I always been fucking in love with hats. And let me see.
I just sent back 50 New Eras to DR.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not wearing
like,
those no more. Yeah, but
right. That's what I'm saying. So
hats has been a part of culture,
and they'll fucking appreciate that, man. When you send that, they're gonna rock that like Christmas.
Yeah, bro.
So, I was done with music because one thing that I think I did right. It's that when I almost at the end when I was like really like pulled out of music. I was like, all right, so I'm going to put myself a budget top, like a cap.
Okay.
If I reach this amount and I don't see that anything's happening. Now, remember, at that point, we didn't have a Spotify. We didn't have, we rarely have access to like iTunes to actually monetize out of, anything.
Right.
All we had at the time was YouTube, and motherfuckers didn't really know how to monetize out of it. It was just like putting it out. All you wanted was views at the time, but it was not really to make money out of it. You just wanted to, to be heard. Yeah. And now I know people who actually have a few songs with, and they still holding the songs, and those are American rappers actually, and they're making a living, and they're not known. Like they're not famous.
Just independent.
But they have a fan base. They have probably, I don't know, 150K people that actually like the guy, and they're listening on Spotify, and they're getting money out of that. So I put this cap amount, and I was like, all right, once you reach this amount, if nothing happens, I'm pulling the fuck out, because I can have the luxury just spending years on this and nothing happening.
Oh, yeah.
And as we explained earlier, this city, I'm not blaming on the city, because if I was dope, I was gonna sound regardless. I'm gonna be out there regardless. But the city has to do a lot with it, and shit didn't happen, so I pulled out.
Yeah.
Now I was like, my next question to myself is where I'm gonna put all this energy and creativity into.
You gotta find another outlet.
I didn't feel. I mean, I felt like writing, but what am I gonna do with this?
Right.
So I was, thinking about it. I did this.
So you invested like in your own studio and all equipment, or like how? Like
no, but I invested so much money into good ass producers and good studios. Got it. And music videos. Shout out to my man 410, who's really doing it. The good story about that guy, big Baltimore rapper. Yeah. Then he got into video editing just like you did. Yeah. And the guy just got to meet some nice people in Texas, and he's a fucking video producer. Now he's working with other rappers. Awesome. You know what I mean? Anything is not 100% where you want to end. Yeah. but it's gonna work out as long as you stay with what you're good at.
Right.
You know, it's always gonna work out.
You started with the music, then
right,
the
and then you freaking end up,
then,
410 started with the music, and then he end up fucking music
opening doors.
Yeah, and then he's still doing his music, and he's still doing music for
That's
himself.
Still a passion, right?
With me, it was music, and then I jumped into fashion, and and I'm just sticking there, and cool. Who knows what's gonna be next? I don't know.
Right.
But
it's gonna be fun to watch, though, man.
It's gonna be fun to watch. But I've always been a guy who, dude, I never care about what anybody said.
Right.
Because if I care, I'd never come up with this.
Right.
What were the chances? You know?
Ask around and
what were the fucking chances?
This, the other person tells you this, right?
What were the chances for me to, and and I'm not even on major stores like that because I don't want to.
Okay.
Because I had some positions already, but I'm not out there killing it like that.
Right.
But still, just what I've done so far is enough to enlighten anyone here with another idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you be surprised of the amount of people that constantly hit me up for advice? And you know me, I'm never turning my back into those people because I've been in that situation. And dude,
you gotta give back, man.
Out of and that fills me up though. Absolutely. I think at some point I'm gonna be like advisor or some shit because that shit really fills me up. Dude, since I started the journey, there's been like 6 or 7 people who came up with their own businesses.
Wow.
And they told me, dude, I just saw you doing it and I just want to do what I like and this is the way I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, okay, I support you with that.
Right.
And told them what I could in their areas because I'm not I'm not climate with whatever they're doing. But that fills me up, man. I just like Tupac said, I may not be the one who changes the world, but I'm definitely gonna like the mind of the person who will.
Right.
So
and that's how you just pay it forward. That just triples blessings.
You're just paying up karma in front.
Yeah.
And so back to the original topic, man. Once I reached that cap, I had to put my energy and creativity in something else, and I remember I went back to the Dominican just for a regular visit to my family. And while I was out there, I still keep in contact with people who I used to go to school with when I was in kindergarten, man. I never forget about anyone, man. If you done anything good for me, I'm probably the most grateful guy that you ever met. Like I'll be in debt for you forever.
Got it.
So I always hang out with, with my dudes, and we were out there. And then this one guy I remember, I had to give that guy like 50 hats because he like kind of liked the thing on me.
Yeah.
He was like, I remember I was at my grandmother's house who passed away. I was just like outside chilling with some friends. We were having some drinks and hookah, of course. And he's a friend of my friend.
Okay.
And he show up and, he's saying, he's giving me a handshake or whatever. And then he's like, yo, my dude, tú siempre tienes la percha, which means like you always have the hanger. I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
The same reaction I had when I first heard it. Right.
You always have the hanger. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean I have the hanger? I'm like, yo, tú eres un chamaquito con percha. Tú tienes la percha. I'm like, yo, what is he saying? Then I asked my dude. I'm like, yo, what do he mean? Then he's like, it's like a new, like really new slang.
Some new Dominican slang.
Right. And then it's like, oh, chamaquito con percha means to you non-Spanish speakers, it means kid with hangers. Then I ask him, what does that mean? Because it makes no sense. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, that anything you put on a hanger looks good on a hanger, right? So what he's saying pretty much is complimenting you that everything you put on as far as clothes looks good on you. I'm like, I was like, damn, that sounds good. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
And
that's how it came about?
No, that was just that.
Okay.
That was just that. Like, I was, okay, so it's a cool saying,
Okay.
I never even repeated it again.
So he just broke it down to you, but it wasn't in your head at the moment.
No, it was.
Okay.
Do you think I was ever thinking about creating a clothing line or anything? So he was just there, and then the trip was over with, and then I started seeing some local famous Dominican artists creating their own hat line.
Okay.
But they were whack as hell. Yeah. But I saw that it was accessible for them to make them.
Right.
I was like, all right, I may not have the money for it, but I'm very sure I can fucking make something better than this. Something way more quality. Because that was my main one focus, is to have the quality. Because I'm picky about what I wear sometimes.
Right, absolutely.
And I want people to wear something they actually will wear. You know, they want to rock. You know, they want to put them on. And I spent so much fucking money when I came back. You know about this, man. You make a lot of investments in the studio that you have right now.
Yeah.
You fucking sent me a picture not long ago. You sent me a picture like a month ago. You only had like a little fucking microphone. Now he has a console, 2 microphones, stands, shit. Everything. So many things. Right. He has a microphone that he's not even using.
Right.
If you guys could see this shit. A computer. It's crazy. So you start with a little bit, you know, and then it
starts evolving from there.
It's not like you break into a culture or that you want to slip into a culture. It's just that the culture consumes you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So
you put your all into your project, and then automatically that seeps out into the people, and then they see it and they love it.
So with my experience on investing, dude, to me the hardest thing was finding a reliable and qualityful manufacturer, like a factory, you know, that would do it exactly as I wanted, with exact measurements as I wanted, and that will fucking take me seriously, especially because they see this kid, you know, trying to order 50 hats, you know, and they have fucking companies like FedEx and shit ordering 300 hats, you know, and they don't want to fucking deal with me or hear me out because, you know, this kid's gonna order 50 hats and then next month he's not gonna do shit.
Come back, right? So
they're just treating, you know, they just treat you like a fucking customer. You just rip them off. So it happens. I mean, I lost so much money. Just a company that would do the rum measurements, that won't do my patterns, the ways I want them to do it. Until I found someone in Queens, who helped me out at first, and we were working and it was dope. The quality finally came how I wanted it to be. And also, man, I went up there, met up with the guy and employees and all that. It was dope. I loved it. And boom, I started working here. I remember at the beginning, no one knew who was the owner of the shit. The shit just took the streets.
The thing was everywhere. Nobody knew who it was.
Shit took the streets. Nobody knew who it was. And then slowly, people got to know that it was me. And
what was the branding like behind that for like it to take over? I know that automatically the designs and everything attract people, but what was the branding about it that helped this spread? I know because
main one thing, dude. My thinking was this, and I've never said this before, man. But this is the one thing that I thought, knowing this city, was this. I'm not going to reveal that I'm the owner of it.
Okay.
Because I know motherfuckers would love the hat. Some guys or some people would love the hats. But if they know it's mine, they're going to say, that shit whack.
And they're not going to
You know what I mean? And they're not going to want it.
Wow.
You know? Or they're going to talk shit about it when it's just like a newborn baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy. Because we went from that conversation of explaining what like how Baltimore kind of works.
Right. So for all of you who are in the city where fucking you have 15 haters per square foot, just do it that way, please.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I mean,
you can't even put your face on it, man. That's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
I know. I understand it.
It's real.
I understand it.
And until it got to a point where I was just like getting orders and shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm already making some orders.
I don't think this is coming.
Uh-oh. I was like, oh snap. So you know, I always put my business on top of my needs.
Okay.
So I didn't get a check, or I didn't pay myself for about a year and a half.
Wow.
So it's only been 6 months that I'm actually like getting some money out of this. You know what I mean? So just because I was really focused on it, and I didn't care. You know, I just wanted the thing to keep growing. It's like, dude, all right, let me tell you this right now. If you're doing this shit for money, or anything you're doing right now for money, stop.
Yeah,
stop.
Exactly.
Just stop.
Stop it completely.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
Dude, a year and a half, driving and shit, doing deliveries and shit, everything. Right. Being in places I didn't want to be, just because I knew people would ask me for the hats.
Right.
You know? And get them and fucking rock them and shit.
Those sacrifices.
You know, a lot. And dude, it was not for money. It's still not for money. You know? I just want to see how far this shit will go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, and see something that you created go.
Dude, that's the most. It's not even pride, man, because if it was pride, I wouldn't be sharing all this with you guys. Right. You know? It's just that it amazes me. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if what's gonna happen. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna do something else.
Right.
I love this, but I always go with my feelings. I know that about myself. You know, I always go with whatever I'm feeling at the time.
Yeah.
So
this was impulse right here. This is entire impulse. It was like 3 years of thinking, and then one day just snapped and went boom, done.
And I think you're fucking excellent at it. And I know shit's gonna pop up because you have some shit, man. Is that when you put on your mind or something, it's happening. It's fucking happening. I know. Yeah. Fitness. You're fucking. I was like a beast in front of you when we first met.
Yeah,
I was fucking a beast.
You stayed in there, man. You stayed in there.
Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry, people. I'm just
some good sangria.
Tasting,
that's all.
This great sangria straight from Brooklyn. Oh,
indeed.
And but yeah, you put your mind in what you want. Again, if you're doing this for money, just stop whatever the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Stay in your day job and fucking I don't know.
Nah, this ain't for money. This is passion. This is me having this conversation with you at the barbershop. We didn't record it.
Right.
That's
exactly
clearly what this is.
Me and Switch, we talk. This is why I love this motherfucker, because he's one of the very few people that we never talked about anyone. Ever.
No.
Ever. We don't talk about, yo, you saw what that motherfucker did at the club last weekend? He blew 4 bottles.
No.
Never had that conversation with this guy. Never talked about this guy like, yo,
what about this camera? Yeah. What about that camera? What about this software?
That's it.
This website.
Yo, you checked out this website? You follow this guy? Yo, you heard what it, the relationship between Switch and I is a growth relationship.
Indeed.
When I see something that's dope, believe me, I'm sending him a fucking text about it. He's sending me a text about it. Yo, you saw this?
Boom.
It reminds me of when I was a kid, and like I would hear a new rapper or a new song from a rapper that I wanted to be the first one to show you.
Yeah,
to like your face. Yo, listen to this. You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, right. So me and this guy, we never talked about anyone. And
for the people who don't know, that's the culture here. You'll meet up at a popular spot, a good restaurant, or you see somebody else and next thing you know, you got to tell them about the other thing the other person did, or you're going to hear it, and it spreads like wildfire.
So even in the gutter, man, even back in the barbershop when I would just go and do my time, you remember me, the one who was like really loud and talking and shit was my dad. I always stood in my line.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there.
Observing.
That was my key. Like my shit was just observing, see who was like a person that I could relate to or not,
who you connect with,
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I've never been about that life, and we can see his progress.
Yeah,
I've never been about that life, man. And I do go and party a lot. Go and party a lot, and motherfuckers know I party a lot. But it's always within my margins, always, and it's always when all of my responsibilities are taken care of,
right,
and always when my business is good and all that shit. So this is why I guess I work so hard, because I want to party.
There you go, right? It gives you that means. Let me celebrate. I just put in some hours.
So yeah, man, and it's all good. I mean, people love that I'm close to people too.
Yeah,
they love that. They love that, definitely. So yeah, I guess stop a lot in sometimes it's like unrealistic when like people ask me, like, motherfucker, people are asking me for pictures.
Wow.
Like, no, like, stop. No, stop.
What,
no.
Man? They be asking you for selfies, bro?
Yeah, like, no, stop.
That's awesome,
Wait a minute.
man.
Like, people who are not close to me.
Yeah.
They're asking me for pictures and shit.
Absolutely,
and
man.
I'm like,
look at that.
Like, but, actually, I don't want to be. It's crazy because when we were rapping, I wanted to be that guy.
You wanted to be that guy?
Hell yeah, I wanted to be famous and shit, and I wanted to be known, blah blah blah. dude, I now that I'm older, I know the wealth is when you're doing your shit and no one knows you, because that's when you have the real freedom or just go anywhere and just, you know, and not having to behave a certain way because people around you know you, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of
That's that introvertedness. I share that with you too.
You know what I mean, dog? I don't know if that's what it is.
I like to be in my cut.
Bro, I
relax,
hate,
you know.
It's not that I hate, because I love, you know, hanging out with people that I know, but there's
it's another level now, so it's growing.
It's right. And then, you know, I get to certain places and, you know, the DJs is going off with my name and blah blah. Oh, such and such and
here. You get this crazy.
And now I'm like on the spot when I need to like.
Well, it felt good at first though, no?
Oh yeah. But now I had to buy bottles and shit because like motherfucker's name is mentioned, and now my brand is on the, you know, on the play, and I got to do shit for it.
You gotta play the game,
dude. I'm really into like the low key life.
Yeah. Same here.
Deep into. No, I know you fucking like you the king of that kid. You're a fucking king of that land, bro.
Out.
Nobody sees you ever.
But we plotting in here. You know what I mean?
People see me out on my Snap.
Right.
They see me out, but they don't know what motherfuckers are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Unless I want you to know, and then I put that little location filter. Ooh,
the filter on.
That's it. Right. But you know, regardless, it's dude. I'm in a great place right now.
That's awesome.
I'm in a great place right now, and everyone who knows me knows that I'm open. I'm a resource.
Yeah,
I'm a resource, and you can say yourself. You know,
absolutely.
You come to me with anything, and I'm always gonna give the answers.
Same here.
If I know, I know, dude. I know exactly who to go to for the answers of anything I want to know.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as you have that, that you can make it before me mentality, you ain't making it nowhere.
No, because
you're gonna waste so much energy on putting your feet in front of other people, that you're not gonna focus on the run, on the track,
right?
You know,
or your own journey. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
You're not going to focus on it,
no.
Dude. I'm on a point right now. It's crazy. I'm so allergic to negativity right now that every time someone is trying to talk to me about someone else, I shut them up, dude. I shut them up like right there. I'm like, dude. Like I fucking get another conversation in between, talk about a movie or something, or just completely tell them, dude, just don't talk to me about that. Just completely. It is allergic. Is bad. It's just really bad, dude. It's contagious.
It is.
And then the next thing you'll figure it out is that you were talking about someone else, or like being into somebody else's business. It's really not being. It's not about being antisocial.
Yeah,
it's just about
staying out the way, staying in your own lane, staying in your lane,
man. Stay in your lane and help whoever you can help within your reach. You know, that's all you can do. And sometimes I go beyond the fucking reach, and I don't regret it that I've done it, because I'm paying up that to God. You know, I've been very blessed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's that good karma. That's just to show always. that good karma will come back. Always. So a lot of people probably don't know. I don't know if they're like not educated or nothing. Like they just don't see it, man. Like how do you go about yourself speaking about other people? You're not focusing on you. You're not focusing on your craft. You're not focusing on your strengths whatsoever. And that's what we like to focus on here, man. We like to, but that's why the circle stays small, and it's better that way.
It's crazy because my circle, it's kind of big because I fuck with so many people and they fuck with me and it's all cool. But you always got to keep your main ones close, and you definitely always have to keep people with passion and vision that are similar to yours,
absolutely
close to you, because energy, as I told you, is contagious. And not just that, but it's energy fits off energy.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I fucking send you text messages in the morning on a Monday, and I'm like, dude, kill this week out of the fucking nowhere. Out of the nowhere. And it's probably, why? Because I've read the book on Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, I'm going to send this message to the people that I know are hustling. And you get that message.
I get it.
Okuma gets that message, who's my boy. And like 2 more people. That's it. It's like, yo, kill this week.
Go hard,
focus and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just send a fucking random text, and you're probably not gonna get it in like 6 months or whatever. But it's when I feel like it, and that's me sharing energy.
Right.
That's me just giving that good text.
And you just never know when that other person really needed that.
Right. You done it to me too. Yeah. You done it to me too. And you don't know if I ever, if I needed it. You don't know if
Absolutely.
I'm like a second, I don't know. You don't know if I'm at that second I'm about to slit my wrist or something,
Well, yeah, that's not happening anytime soon.
Hoping right now.
But my brother, man, it's been a pleasure having you. Before we always end off, I like you to drop some gems. You've been dropping gems this entire time, but for whoever's listening, somebody's on the grind, somebody's building up their brand, they're building up themselves, period, and they don't know what it's going to take to get from point A to point B, because that path is so unclear, as you know.
It's very cloudy.
You kind of just develop as you go. But I always like everybody to leave them off with something positive and something good to kind of power them through. So if they listen to us for this entire hour right now, and
it's been an hour already.
It's been an hour already.
No way. No way. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, my brother. So
Damn.
I want you to drop some gems on them. Whatever inspires you. Whatever keeps you going, whatever, get the most out of you, gets that fire in your heart lit up, and you just, man, I gotta get up, and you wake up at 4 and just grind it out. You know what I mean?
Man, I mean, when I was, I don't know, when I was starting, man, you got to be born with this, but when I was starting, man, I was sleeping about 4 hours a day.
I can relate.
About something like that. And the key on this is what I said early, man. If you're doing this for money, stop what you're doing right now until you find it. And this is something that I didn't read this anywhere. One thing about myself, and one thing that you should have too, definitely should have, it's you gotta know yourself.
Absolutely,
you have to know yourself as far as your emotions. You gotta know yourself as far as. If you're one of those motherfuckers who are into something right now and then into something different later, you got to know yourself so much if you are a consistent person or not.
Right.
Consistency is key.
It is. Through the hard times and the good times, you got to stay consistent.
So definitely, it's going to sound like a fucking motivational speak, but definitely got to love the process.
Yes.
If you don't love
respect it,
get the fuck out of the way and let the motherfucker behind you pass you.
Indeed.
And give credit. Give credit to everyone who's doing their thing. Be good, man. Just be kind to anyone. You're not gonna be a doper person because you tell your brother, that he's doing dope shit. Just give credit. And man, I mean, what I gotta say is that if you're not feeling all right, if you're doing something that you spend 2 hours and you ask yourself, what the fuck? 2 hours just went by.
Yeah,
that's your thing.
That's your thing.
That's your fucking thing. That's it. And then just stick with it and do it. And that's it, man. And if you have any questions about anything, you have me as a resource.
Indeed.
That's it. Follow me on the gram.
On the gram, on the Snapchat.
Is Wisegram, WISE gram. And Snapchat is Wise 809. So Wise 809. That's it, man. And guys, I do reply to direct messages when I get a chance to see them all. It's been crazy year for me so far. Got a lot of people hitting us up, but it's all good, baby.
Once again, we want to thank Carlos Wise for coming through with Chamakito con Percha, spending some good time with us here and dropping some gems on us.
Wait. Let me give you the company's Instagram and our webpage.
Yes.
Feel free to walk in and look around and hit that shop button. And we do have t-shirts too and tank tops that I design myself that are really interesting if you're into the things that I like. So that's one thing about us. I only put out shit that I feel. Yeah. It's not about what's out there.
Indeed.
So I have some really crazy Salvador Dali shit.
Okay. I've seen those are dope.
That you don't see around, but it's just because I love Salvador Dali and I put it out. And I know there's people out there that like Salvador Dali like I do.
Yeah.
Our webpage is perchahat.com. PERCHA hat.com. And our Instagram is where Percha. Is where WEAR Percha PERCHA. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
We're going to have all the links in the show notes on iTunes. If you're listening on iTunes, you just have to click the title and all the links we'll pop up. We'll have
support your boy. Support your boys always, and make sure you share the link for this podcast because shit will pop.
Indeed.
It's popping.
We're moving. Unsatisfied and Restless. Once again, be somebody to somebody or be nobody to yourself. Peace.
Peace.